All right, let's just jump right in. Imagine being the most powerful person on the planet. I mean, literally, the ruler of the known world. And now imagine choosing to live like you're completely broke. On purpose. No, I'm not talking about some tech billionaire's latest fad. I'm talking about Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome. And today, we're going to break down his shockingly simple and honestly, game-changing guide to financial freedom.
And here's the core idea, the secret sauce, right up front. His best advice? Be boring. Now I know, in a world where we're all chasing the next big thing, the next crypto moonshot or meme stock, the idea that boring is better sounds, well, kind of crazy. But what if boring is just another word for discipline? As we're about to see, that discipline is the secret ingredient to building real, unshakable wealth.
So, let's just shatter the image you have in your head right now. When you hear Roman emperor, you're probably picturing these insane feasts, gold-plated everything, total opulence. But Marcus Aurelius? Nope. The guy chose a hard bed and a cold room. He went for simple meals, not crazy banquets. And here's the kicker. It wasn't because he had to. It's because he knew that real power wasn't about bossing people around. It was about mastering himself. Which of course leads to the big question, why? Why would the most powerful man in the world do this? Well, the answer isn't in some ancient spreadsheet. It's way deeper. It was his philosophy. We're talking about Stoicism. This ancient mindset was the engine, the operating system behind every single financial choice he made. It was his armor.
So what do we mean by financial armor? Think of it like a shield. And it's not just about stacking cash in the bank. It's a whole system you build to protect what really matters, your peace of mind, your freedom to choose, from all the chaos the world throws at you. And maybe even more important, it protects you from your own impulses. You know, that little voice always screaming for more, more, more.
And this right here is the heart of it all, the core principle, perception over pleasure. A Stoic believes it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you see it, how you react to it. It's not about the fancy car, it's about your perception of what that car actually gives you. See, chasing that quick thrill from a new gadget, that's a trap. But mastering your perception of what you truly need, man, that's freedom.
So how do you actually build this armor? Well, it all comes down to these three pillars. Step 1, control your perception. Really see things for what they are, not what some slick marketing campaign tells you they are. Step 2, master your desire. It's kind of paradoxical, but the less you want, the richer you'll feel. And step 3, build resilience. You got to train for the tough times, so when they inevitably show up, they don't knock you out.
Okay, so philosophy is great, but talk is cheap, right? How did the most powerful guy in the world actually put this stuff into practice every single day? Let's dive into the nitty-gritty, the emperor's boring budget, and see how these big ideas become real-world habits.
And this is where the rubber meets the road. That cold room, it wasn't for show. It was training. It was deliberate discomfort to toughen himself up against his own desire for comfort. Same thing with the simple food. He even sold off the palace jewels to pay for wars instead of just raising taxes on his people. I mean, think about that. Each of these boring habits was like a rep in the gym for his financial discipline muscle.
And you have to get this because it's the most important part. This was never about punishing himself. Not at all. Think of it this way. Every time he said no to some unnecessary luxury, he was really saying a big, loud yes to something way more valuable. He wasn't depriving himself. He was strategically buying his own freedom. Freedom from debt, freedom from worry, freedom from needing other people's approval.
Now, I can hear you thinking, okay, that's great for a Roman emperor, but I've got a credit card bill and one-click ordering on my phone. Fair enough. So let's build that bridge. Let's translate this ancient wisdom for your thoroughly modern wallet.
Check this out. Back then, Marcus Aurelius would get up in the morning, grab his journal, and basically have a conversation with himself about his thoughts and impulses. You know what the modern version of that is? It's opening your budgeting app and mindfully tracking where your money went. It's the exact same act of self-reflection. You're asking the same exact question. Is this purchase actually getting me closer to my goals?
And what about his huge public move of selling off the imperial jewels? I mean, what a statement. For us, the modern equivalent is setting a ridiculously aggressive savings rate. We're talking 50% or more. Instead of just saving what's left over at the end of the month, you're making a bold, powerful, upfront decision to put your financial freedom first, just like he did.
Oh, and this one is absolutely massive for anyone who invests. The Stoics were obsessed with being indifferent to things they couldn't control, like the whims of fortune. Well, what's that today? It's the perfect antidote to the 24/7 market news cycle of panic and hype. It's having the discipline to stick to your long-term plan and just ignore the daily noise. That is pure 100% financial stoicism in action.
So it all really boils down to this choice, doesn't it? The ultimate trade-off. On one side, you've got the sports car. It's shiny, it's loud, it feels great for a minute, and then it's just a car. It's a symbol of a pleasure that fades super fast. But on the other side, you have what that money could actually buy: your freedom, the power to choose your own path, to control your time, to weather any storm. Which one is the better deal? It's pretty clear, isn't it?
And that brings us to our last and probably most important point. All this work, all this discipline, what is it all for? What is your financial armor actually supposed to be protecting?
Here it is. This is the whole goal. True wealth isn't about having a specific number in your bank account. It's about getting to the point where your desires actually shrink. It's that internal state of needing less, and because of that, being totally immune to the pressure and the anxiety that comes from always wanting more. That, right there, is the ultimate financial superpower.
So I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. What are the habits, the mindsets, those boring little choices you're making every day to build your own defense system? Because in the end, that's what's going to protect your freedom long, long after the new car smell is gone. So, what's in your financial armor?